Very often, after a while in the process of a creation, it's not anymore you are trying to correspond to the music or to an intuition that you have. After a while, when the piece has started, this piece has somehow its own genetic code, and the piece is taking over, and the piece is demanding this thing now. The piece is demanding this. It's demanding to me, and I feel it like this. And it's really a magic. I guess that's why, after so many years of creation, I'm still excited with creation, because you don't never understand exactly what it is. My first classes were ballet, and I think I was 7. That was in my hometown. And yeah, this is how I started, but it was not the real start. I think the real start is when I was a teenager, and I went into swimming a lot. And among other things, I was swimming 1 mile. In those days, we were going by miles. 1 mile during the lunchtime, because I was working in the pool. And this swimming with the regular strokes, the breathing, the visual of having my own shadow on the bottom of the pool. And then I was getting into like a meditation, like into a trance. And this movement, the perfection of the movement to have the best propulsion that I had learned, how to do it. And this is where I guess I fell in love with movement. Then my ballet teacher fired me from the school because I did not want to be part of the end of the year show. Because I thought that artistically, I was not agreeing with that. And since I said, no, I don't want to be part of the show, he fired me from the school. So I could not study with him anymore. I cried for days, I tell you. I cried for days. And then I looked for because he was my master. I wanted to study with nobody else than him. So I thought, well, I will teach myself. So I found an abandoned space in an abandoned school on the corner of Saint-Laurent, Saint-Laurier and Saint-Hubert, I think it was the streets. And I get into that school empty, find a big space, and I started doing my bar, holding myself on the side of the window. And then suddenly there is someone who comes in. He was the janitor. And I said, may I? He said, yes. And I was there for like 3 months every day. And I was trying to do my ballet class alone. And then since I was alone, well, I removed my shoes. And then instead of doing only this, I did. And I was, oh, what are you doing? And I was, go back to your class. So I was always going back to doing my class. And the more it was going, the more I was doing movements that, again, were throwing me into another dimension. I was taking contact improvisation classes. And Dina Davida was part of the students or the teacher, I don't remember. And she said, "Who are you?" And I said, I'm working alone in a little space, and I make drawings of the movement, and I'm enjoying it. She said, "Well, come and present us your choreography. We have an evening for young choreographers." And I said, "I'm not a young choreographer. I never did a choreography." She said, "Yes, your drawings, your movement. Come on. In 2 months, you come and you show us what you have." And I said yes. And when I went back home, I closed the door and I thought, what did I say? I already seen that very first choreography, some things that are part of my work since then, you know, the interest for the movement of the spine, the breath that can be audible, the isolation and movement with very, you can follow the path of the movement in the body, going into the fingers, going into some sensation into the face, and some precision, and at the same time wildness mixed together. Something like that. I see those things that were already there. For 12, 13 years, I was touring the world with solos I was creating for myself, yeah. Every artist is starting from their own soul, own spirit, own intuition, own intelligence. You cannot start from out there. It has, I think for everybody, it's not only in dance, it's in any art. There is something that is deeply rooted into you that you feel like a possible volcano of creation, and something that will find its shape when it comes out of you. I found that like being a painter or a sculptor or a composer. I felt like being a creator of a form of art, you know? And I had to do the choreography myself. You know, it was like, and this was the part that I liked the least, to do it myself on the stage. That's why after 12 years, whoa, I decided to hire dancers. And then I was outside of the work, and I could really create the work and have different bodies and not only mine. And so that was a liberation. Then you have access to an amplification, it's like if it becomes, the work becomes an architecture. It's like if it becomes an organism on stage, the structure of the lines and everything can sync together, you know, all those correspondences and those reflection. And so it's really becoming a vast playground. I was looking for, first of all, people I would like to work with. Second, I would say, do they have a good technique? Are they really trained? Are they dancers? And then are they free, meaning that when I ask them to do a movement, I don't see a style into the thing. I just see what I'm asking them to do with integrity. For me, it's never my intention to bring the people to the limit of comfort. For me, it's bring them to beauty, and maybe my way of perceiving beauty and the beauty of our human condition, even if it is terrible, but there is a beauty into that. So this is what is interesting for me. And it's to go, and also it's, if I ask some dancers to do something and then I go, oh, and I have a strong feeling of a sudden beauty and something that I have never seen before, and that is profound, and that has a powerful sense of bringing me on the edge of beauty or another understanding of life, another understanding of my place in this world, of my situation as an ephemeral being on this planet. When this is triggered, this is beauty for me. And most of the time we feel this connection. There is like a river of connection with the audience, and you feel the silence, and you're just dancing on that silence and the suspension of their own voice, and you know, so you're really sharing some, you know. They say that the human mind is made that it mirrors the emotion of the one in front of you. Somehow you feel what is happening. You know, there is like a connection like that, empathy or something. We feel into our body, not only into the mind. From the body we feel. So when I feel that the breath of the audience is connected to the stage, wow, we are traveling together. I'm really alone. As a creator, you are alone in the studio with your dancers. It's a path. It's a path of solitude and a path of research. And sometimes it's a path that brings you in the corner somewhere because you don't know what. You're stuck sometimes, and then you have to get away a little bit and remember your original feeling, the original pulsion of the music and stuff. Oh, and then you find, and then it's okay again. You just travel. And I'm not so much interested in stories. And even if there is into the whole choreography, let's say, body remix or whatever, there is like a dramatic line somehow. But it is a dramatic line that is, it's more like a line of movement of the soul and not of a story. But there is, you know, and what? So this is a dramatic line. And every human understands that. I think that in every of the work that I do, there is forcibly a political message because I am with the body, and this society is not with the body. I am with considering women as powerful beings, and this is not the situation in this society. And so there is basically a political message. So I think this is a political message to say that the spiritual life or the inner life that is completely free is a path for all of us, you know, because it is not clearly in our society. So everything I do as an artist, of course, is deeply political. You know, before I had accepted that I was a choreographer, because I did not want to be a choreographer. It happened, but I could have been a filmmaker or something else, and so many things. And so I was never reduced to my practice as a choreographer and telling me, don't touch anything else. No, I'm interested. And also in my trainings or my, I take classes of all different things, and I'm interested of all different ways of setting the mind and delicate inner connections in the body. You can still, you learn all your life. Yeah. It's like if you think about it somehow 24 hours a day, you know, like when you have an intuition of a work to create, you know, it's taking your whole body and whole being, whatever you do, there is something in the back of your mind that is connected to that. And through that connection, you're catching this, catching that, catching the sun with a ray. And everything is nourishing this intuition. So, but it's a lot of both work and openness, dedication into every second of your life. Yeah. I have received a few prizes in my life, And I was coming back from New York receiving a 𝗶𝗲 award for lifetime achievement, and I was 40 years old or something, lifetime achievement. But I was really touched, and I was thinking, oh my God, I have to work well to deserve that prize, you know. I have to, but it gives you such a impetus, you know. It gives you a keep on working, girl, you know. And at that time, when I was coming back in the car from New York, I was thinking, one day I will create a prize in Montreal. One day I will create a prize. So it stays in the back of my mind. And suddenly, years later, I don't know, 15 years later, I go, oh, it's time today. I'll create a new prize in Montreal. You know, it's just, and it's to have the possibility of seeing those dancers, those choreographers, those lighting designers of dance, those composers, to be honored and feel good and feel loved, and also have a little bit of money, because it's always useful. In that prize at the 𝗶𝗲, there was no money with it. So I thought, I want the prizes to give money. So this is how it started, because I wanted to give that joy and that comforting push, you know, that keep on the good work, go on. It's like, of course, we get the applause, but also receiving a prize is like you feel that your community is acknowledging that, wow, keep on working. We hope that you keep on working. We want more from you, the beauty you create. Please keep on. I want to, I hope that I will have all the environment I need to keep on creating, keep on creating new works in whatever format or whatever medium it is, but it's always with the body. Whatever medium I choose, there is always a very strong link with the body. So I just want to keep on that path of creation. I also want to become a better human. I also want to bring to the audience something that could be truly nourishing some part of them and doing some good to them. This is what I want. You know.